Hello everyone, welcome to Careful Critics by Nerds and Jocks. Sorry for being unavailable for a while.
Illusion projection involves depicting a detailed image from outside oneself which is perceptible in the external world, whereas duplication casting entails recreating an exact facsimile of one's own body in its present circumstance. An audience with a timekeeper song.
Obviously, Loki is interested in the timekeepers because he wants to overthrow them.
They're in graver danger than we realized.
Research Charger seems beautiful, but it is actually murdering everyone in the timeline. The central timekeeper looks like he's always watching and looks like Kang the Conqueror. It suggests some sort of memory wiping is going on. She might be the slayer of time. This pen is looked upon. This pen might be important. Codename Revengeance, as in the team Thor created in Thor Ragnarok. Goats have horns just like Loki, also like the devil. And also Loki will know Latin because magic spells are always in Latin.
Everything is written. Past, present,
The
future.
theme of free
There's
will.
no such thing as free will.
When it thunders, Loki looks up at the sky, possibly remembering his brother Thor.
I mean, I probably would have worn a suit, but yes, maybe.
What are you doing? Hey. These people are scared.
We can see the people of TV are kind of heartless.
They should be scared. Hey, not of us.
Loki seems to care about the TV agent. That's the logo of Alienware,
I see.
because they're both aliens. Lady Loki or Enchantress. Now coming to episode 3, which is personally my favorite episode. It provides a lot of character development and a beautiful song is born out of this. The third episode is filled up with reference to demons, as this opening song is also a reference to demons.
What do you devils want with me?
Some real world problems.
Not prince.
A bit of both.
This
suspect
is an important character aspect and fans have waited for this for a long time. It says Asgardian, but this song is actually in Norse.
Another!
Sylvie loves to engage in fights. Both Wanda and Loki do this. This is what good directing and cinematography looks like. Exceptional long take. This looked like telekinesis more than magic. Now coming to episode 4. Both Dragon and Valkyrie we have seen in Thor Ragnarok.
I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
We see the bureaucracy of the TVA. They're taking up a child for doing nothing. I think the TVA's problem is Loki has always been male and that is how it's supposed to be. And Sylvie's only fault is being born Loki, but as a female, as the goddess of mischief.
Save Asgard.
Loki talking about saving Asgard is probably what called the TVA. Maybe a Loki being good and different and not a villain is what sets the TVA off. This scene, this music, this background, it's just so amazing but so apocalyptic at the
Like
same
me
time.
being born the goddess of mischief.
I stand corrected on my theory.
He's kind of an asshole. A bad friend.
So Mobius does think of him as a friend.
Sick worm. You did this!
What?
This story is actually true. In the Nordic mythology, Loki did cut off Lady Sif's hair.
I'm a horrible
Loki
person.
talks about his
Cutting your hair.
insecurities, and this
I thought
time
it'd be funny.
Sif doesn't hit
I
him
crave
back,
attention.
but
Narcissist.
she hits him with an emotional
Alone.
attack.
What a incredible seismic narcissist! You fell for yourself.
I don't think it's like that. I think the subtext of this show is self-love.
Overthrowing the timekeeper.
Maybe they need to be overthrown.
Loki says need to be overthrown instead of wanting to overthrow to take control of the TVA.
So before this, you had a past, you had a family, a life.
Look at how the lights illuminate Mobius as if he did believe it and then didn't choose to believe it anymore.
Nice try.
No. Friendship like ours is not common.
And then she betrays Mobius, just like Loki.
How about the word of a friend?
Prune him.
Loki just made a friend and he lost him as well. This is like a Wizard of Oz reference. The main person is behind these puppets. Loki got attacked from behind, just like he does to everybody else. This might suggest that Renslayer might be a variant of Loki.
This is hell.
Loki says hell with a single L from the comic books. Now let's get to the 5th episode. This episode is probably the most adventurous episode of the series. This opening sequence is just amazing because how the camera moves around the entire scene. The music is just really good, and you can see Doctor Strange's Sanctorum. You can see the Avengers Tower, but this Avengers Tower has written Kang on it, as in Kang the Conqueror. This was when Tony sold the Avengers Tower to Kang.
This is the void, that's Goliath. We're his lunch, come on!
Now, Goliath is the first being who escaped the prison of time. Goliath is a being who rules more than Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror is also the main villain of Phase 4.
Help you if you trust me.
Like Mobius said, people who can't be trusted always tell, "Please trust me." We can see a huge yellow jacket helmet at the corner of the screen. The helicopter has Thanos written all over it, reference to the Thanoscopter. We see Throg. The T365 on the jar stands for Thor 365, where Loki turns Thor into a frog. Miss Minutes is not on the good side.
So you didn't try to stab him?
Certainly not. The blades are worthless in the face of a Loki sorcery.
Quite opposite to Loki and Sylvie, who use weapons to fight more than magic.
I cast a projection of myself, so real, even the mad Titan believed it.
This is a fan theory from 2018 when Loki died. President Loki. You can see Ronin's ship in the background from Guardians of the Galaxy.
What will you do at the TVA? Burn it to the ground.
The same thing Loki said about TVA in the first episode. Loki finally made a friend.
Thank you, my friend.
This was an epic scene. Richard E. Grant stole this episode. Now for the final episode of Loki. Coming to episode 6. For all time, always. This opening sequence is a lot of Avengers and real life people.
Way to go, Tic Tac! Wakanda forever!
From Greta Thunberg to Malala Yousafzai to Nelson Mandela, everyone is in here. This is a Bollywood song from the movie Happy Phir Bhag Jayegi.
Who's impressed?
He who remains.
Like I said in the first episode, the Timekeepers were originally created by He Who Remains. Jonathan Majors steals this episode and he plays a variant of Kang the Conqueror. His office just looks like Doctor Strange's sanctum.
In search of free will.
There's a theme in Marvel for having time machines on the wrists, I guess.
A ruler,
A conqueror.
version of me was so
This indeed is a variant of Kang the Conqueror,
But I'm not you.
different to what she said in the last episode that they're both the same. The ending of this episode is very similar to the ending of Infinity War. We are being prepared for what's to come, the multiversal war.
We need to prepare.
Take it easy. You're an analyst, right? What division are
What?
you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your
The
name?
whole thing is a loop, and killing of Kang, who comes from the future, starts this madness all over again, but in a different timeline. The confirmation that there will be a season 2, so that's all good.